Good morning, everyone. It's so good to see you all here today, and I'm very excited that we're going to continue to learn about our Believe series and God. Today, our subject matter is that God is a personal God. Well, how do we know something like that? Well, essentially, we know it because God allows us to call him Father. Instead of saying, "Excuse me, sir, Mr. Sir, boss man, sir," he actually says, "You can call me Father." And we also know that he has adopted us as sons and daughters into his family when we put our trust in Jesus Christ, which is pretty cool. Now, it's interesting when you think about, okay, God is personal. He loves us. He knows our name. He knows how many hair we have on our head, how many individual hairs. He knows what our fingerprints look like. Nobody has the same fingerprint as us, and he wants to have a relationship, and we know that through Jesus Christ. But the interesting thing is okay, he's personal, but if he's good, then why do bad things happen in the world? And you know, boys and girls, that's something you're going to be asked over and over and over. And there are some things to consider. First of all, God created us, and he could have made us just like robots, where basically we only do what he says. But he actually made us with a free will, so we can choose to obey him or not to obey him. And when we do that, sometimes there are consequences and things like that. And one of the consequences that we'll learn more about is when Adam and Eve sinned and evil entered the world, then from that point on, the world is kind of crying out to be fixed by a creator. And sometimes that's why hurricanes happen. Well, then the next question is, well, for example, we just had a really big hurricane. Well, why did God allow such a bad thing to happen? Well, I can honestly say I don't know the answer to that, but I do know a few things. Number one, a lot of prayers were answered in regard to, you remember how some of you may or may not have known, but there was a really big river. And the experts looked at it and they said, this river is going to go over 59 feet. And when that river goes over 59 feet, everybody is going to flood, and it's going to be disastrous. Well, we prayed about it. The church prayed about it. Some of you may have prayed about it. I had friends praying about it all over the U.S. And as a result, guess what happened? The river didn't go to the 59 feet that the experts thought it would go above. It actually only went to 55, just under 56 feet. And as a result, yes, some people flooded, but many, many were spared. And one man even said, I will bet you that 90% of our church was spared because they would know someone or have someone in their family who had been affected if the river had gone that high. And then you go to the question, well, why doesn't God answer my prayer? Well, think about it. Let's suppose you're praying for no rain, and yet somebody else in a different location is praying for rain. I want rain. No, I don't want rain. Who's God going to listen to? Well, then that takes us to the world. And we have the world, and God created the world. But the thing is that we as people, we don't have God circulating around us saying, okay, God, I want you to turn that stoplight green so I don't have to wait in traffic today. And God, when I get to school, I only want to have pizza for every meal the rest of my life. No, it doesn't work that way, but instead, it's the other way around. We all go around God. And it's his plan that is important. And he will accomplish his plan. And the cool thing is, we know that his plan is good, which is super cool. I need everyone to sit up straight. I need everybody to point their nose right to the front. And freeze until your teacher tells you what to do next.